Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your higher self's advice on how to end a challenge in your life. And to do this reading, there are two ways in which you can pick your piles. If you prefer to pick them using your zodiac signs, you'll find a link to that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of where we shuffle the zodiac signs and find out in which pile they're going to fall under. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your intuition, then stick around to this next section. Okay, so let's find out what are the cards that are going to come out for this reading. What is your higher self's advice on how to end a challenge in your life? I see two cards popping out, so let's take them. 1, 2, this one, and 3. Okay, so the cards for today's reading are pile number 1, Talismans of Potency. Pile number 2, Temple of Carnelian. And I will do just that for this pile. As for pile number 3, your card is Truths Unveiled. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the beautiful Bloodstone. For pile number 2, you have the beautiful Carnelian. And for pile number 3, you have the Mahogany, the beautiful Mahogany Obsidian. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this or these will be the piles for you here today. There are different ways in which you can approach this reading for today. You can assign different things that are currently troubling you, that are challenging you in your life, to different piles and see what your higher self has to say about it. And you can also focus on one issue or one challenge that you would like to get a message on and see which one or which ones you're the most drawn to. Please feel free to pick more than one pile in case you feel drawn to them. It's absolutely okay to feel drawn to all of the piles or to just pick one. And it all depends on how you feel when you look at your cards or your crystals. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. In a moment, I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, then please pause the video, take as much time as you need, and I will see you in your readings. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, this specific part of the introduction was created specifically for you. And what I like to do is shuffle your zodiac signs really well. And then we'll be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Let's find out what the signs are for each pile today. For pile number 1, drawing the first 4 zodiac signs, we have Virgo, Aries, Cancer, and Pisces. As for pile number 2, we've got 2 and then 2. The signs are Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, and Libra. As for pile number 3, the signs are Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles today. Feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. And alternatively, if you prefer to pick your piles using another placement in your chart, then of course, please feel free to do that as well. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Bloodstone. Your card for this reading is Talismans of Potency. It says charging sacred objects of power. And if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Aries, Cancer, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, remember, it's a general reading. This is just a way for others to pick their piles as well. They are not, however, the official signs for this pile at all. Okay. So these are your oracle cards for your reading today, and we're taking a look at your higher self's advice on how to end a challenge in your life. Let's find out together, my dear pile number 1, and check out your cards. This one's sliding out, so let me take it out. You have Aquarius, and it says, "What's new and different about?" That's one of the key sentences to use. What's new and different about perhaps that situation? Use an unconventional way. So these are your vision. These are the keywords here. On the other side, it says genius to experiment with, the discoveries of, and resulting from the eccentricity of. Interesting directions. Okay, so let's keep it there and take a look at the rest of your cards. You have Storm. Right away, I get this feeling that there are outside influences affecting your situation where it almost feels out of hand. It feels chaotic and perhaps feels like it might come crumbling down and wreak havoc the situation that you are inquiring about. So I feel you there, my dear pile number 1. I'm so sorry about that, but I know with charging sacred objects with power, I feel like your higher self definitely has a strong an equally strong message in your pile for this situation. And you have luck. I knew it. I swear I knew that your higher self was going to talk about something relating to energy. So I'm going to hold the thought, but it's what I'm getting when I saw Aquarius, unconventional way, and the talismans of potency. Now seeing luck, I'm getting this idea formed by the minute. But again, I'm going to wait. So these are the cards. This one is the King. And the keywords are control, reversal of fortune. Awesome. So nice to see. Really nice to see. Actually, I usually place the oracle cards here because the tarot cards that come out, I place them next to the tarot cards. So either way, it's giving, by the way, the exact same message. So, the Wheel of Fortune. What are the odds? Oh my God. Speak of reversal of fortune. Oh my God. So I told you, it could be here, could be there. It's your message. Okay, so now let's shuffle your deck. And ask. There we go. So I'm seeing this one, and I'm seeing these. This one, that one. And intention is strong. I didn't even have time to ask. Thank you. Oi, 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 oi. You're getting a lot of cards. I'm just gonna honor the process. These are a lot, but yeah, the deck got smaller. But I'm trusting the process fully. Okay, so you have, wow, starting the reading with the 10 of Pentacles after this storm. This is awesome. Okay. You have the 10 of Swords. Look at the dichotomy in the 10s here. Oh, well, that tells me another thing that I expected. Okay, but it still gives off the meaning that I felt with the first card being the 10 of Pentacles. But yeah, you have the 2 of Swords. That's really awesome, actually. I get what this wants to say here after these 2 cards. You have the High Priestess, and you keep getting cards in your reading. Again, there's a word for it. Nod to the effect of and the reality and the truth that there is more to life than meets the eye. Just like tarot cards, they mind blow all of us. I mean, anyone who has had a tarot reading, like opened their minds and had a tarot reading, you know that this stuff works. You know it's real. So you know, it's like a nod to, hey, there is more, which could be an unconventional way to deal with the issue. Since it is so out of hands, you do actually have something in your hands that you can use in a spiritual way. And this is what talismans are: charging sacred objects of power to use to your favor. Okay, to use material objects in a more spiritual, like an extension of your own energy, right? So, High Priestess, 5 of Swords, to help you, I don't want to say manipulate energy around you, but help you with what you're intending to do. So, 5 of Swords. The King of Cups. Look at the 2 kings right there. The Strength card. The Devil. That's scary. That looks scary for sure. It feels like these 2 built something and then it went out of control. And they're like, whoa, what did we do here? Okay. The 6 of Wands. And then they were able to use it to their favor. Maybe, you know, horse riding is a co-effort, and there must be a good relationship between the horseman and the horse. There has to be, it's a collaboration and learning to build a relationship together. So that's interesting right there. Whoa, and the 8 of Swords. So let's stop there. There's definitely more. And explore what your higher self is showing you here. See, when they didn't understand what they created or what they think they have created, it was wreaking havoc. But when they've learned to understand the situation and learn to, like, kind of I scratch your back, you scratch mine, or collaborate together, then things started moving in a successful way. Okay, so I see several things. Where can I put the deck where you can see it? There. So I'm seeing something interesting from the very beginning. I'm seeing that your situation went from really good, like an all-time high, to an all-time low with the Ten of Swords. And that's why you have the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like taking you up and down, sometimes very low, sometimes very high, sometimes very low. It's like extremes at this point. And you can see with the Two of Swords, you didn't see any of these two coming. When it was up and high and great, you didn't see that coming, but loved it and enjoyed it. And it went down that low, you also didn't see that coming. And you were absolutely shocked and in pain. And thus is life, a cycle of ups and downs. And just like every sign, you get to learn something unique or a characteristic or a lesson in each movement of life. Whether you're going up and you are at the top, or whether you're going down and you're at the bottom. And know that life is ever changing. And that reminds me of the spiral. When it goes down, you don't have to the next time be in the same low as it was before. If you work in spirals, meaning grasping the lesson every time, you will be at a much higher position with a spiral going like this, and you see, every time at the low, it's much higher. Every time at the high, it's much higher. And so when it goes down again, you don't have to be in that vulnerable, painful position again, because you are constantly learning from each change that is happening to you, and that is the vital part. You will never know what's to come, and you should release your emotions and let fate take its course with the High Priestess. Let the cards, or let the luck, let the fate, let the wheels of fate turn as they may. Don't be threatened by it, and don't be attached to it wherever you are in life. And the more you see, the more you learn, the more you win. Because even when it goes down, you are not feeling as low with it. You know, it's like a pendulum. Life, it goes from extreme to extreme, and middle and extreme, and all the way in between. And if you are level-headed, the pendulum can swing up high and it's great, and low when it's bad, extreme low when it's bad, and you are there, not affected by any of the extremes. You grow exponentially, because that's the thing with life, with the Five of Swords. You win some and you lose some. And what your higher self is trying to show you, it's to develop that type of strength where you're not stuck by what each phase is taking you through, by the wins and the losses, because the wins and the losses and the swings are going to happen anyway. And you will think you know what's ahead, only to realize that you don't know what's up ahead. You can prepare as much, and the preparations could be really useful. They are the very things that could help you spiral up. Preparing with yourself, preparing with your resources, preparing by working hard or doing this or doing that, definitely to your favor. But to know what's to come, that won't happen. And it's to accept that sometimes you win some and sometimes you lose some, and not get attached to any of these so as not to suffer. And I see your higher self here showing you that you're meant to transcend this preliminary, I'm hearing human, I could be wrong, but preliminary game of swing and swing. I feel like you are growing spiritually at a great degree, and you're being taught to release control here, to release control, because it's not really true. The only control you have is within yourself. Life is just gonna swing from really good to scary, perhaps, to really good to chaotic. And the way to transcend what you are going through at the moment is to actually think of unconventional ways that are going to take you out. Does it mean not focus on the solution? Absolutely. Of course, focus on the solution. But what I see here is your higher self showing you that at that stage, it's all about emotional balance. This is what will create strength. This is what will take you from feeling afraid of what has happened and what blew out of control to you properly collaborating with the energy of life in the right way, thus succeeding with the 6 of Wands. And that's what they want you to see that you're currently may not be seeing. It's like a simulation that's meant to help you progress, and you grasp the lesson, you are spiraling out of it. So here I see your higher self showing 2 things. The unconventional way is not just about the solution, which is of course very important, but with the High Priestess, the charms and the talisman, I feel your higher self is saying it's more about, first, like I said, emotions here, balancing your emotions, which will cause the strength needed to take you to move the cycle. Number 2, it's about using spiritual things, because they do work, red ribbons, sacred objects like crystals, feathers. In fact, there's something I read about the examples of objects. Maybe something inspires you. Let me bring the guidebook and read out this specific part to you. So, you are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. These objects might be a wand, a chalice, or sword, a bowl, or even a special title with an image that you love. A statue, cloth with a beautiful design, a natural crystal or a black mirror, or a rock, shell, or feather you found waiting for you whilst out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it is wise to ask the spirit of the earth if the item in question is intended for your healing work. And if you feel it is, then of course, receive it with gratitude. If not, bless it and move on. So, your higher self wants to shift your attention a little bit on more powerful things that can work in your situation during that time. A, emotional balance. B, going back to what we forgot about how to heal and how to grow and how to transcend. Going back to the basics and understanding and realizing that these things are not woo-woo, that it is important, in fact, during that time that you focus on spiritual things that can help you. If you're feeling bad energy, maybe you want to get an obsidian, an onyx, or a tourmaline that can help, or even a selenite to help you cleanse. The tourmaline can help you protect you and attract good things for you. Maybe you want to meditate. Maybe you want to wear a good luck charm. A green aventurine is awesome for bringing good luck. Maybe you want to use, is it called incense sticks? Yeah, incense sticks, or Palo Santo. Or maybe You are just meant to try for yourself what meditation does, how life-changing it is to finding your center and to vibrating higher, using things like perhaps the law of attraction or the mind and how the mind changes everything, learning through that process how changing your mindset, changing your beliefs really does make a big difference. So I feel your higher self is definitely pointing towards that, and I'm getting this feeling now that why these cards were so important. I feel like your higher self is going to be guiding you on now the details of what to do with these rituals next in your reading, to change your luck and your fate and the energy surrounding you. So your higher self is saying, yes, it does feel like it's out of your control, out of your hand, maybe physically, but not spiritually. And to make things like that work, it starts within. What is doing all these rituals without the inside being balanced? That's potent spiritual energy right there. As within, so without. And so it is about being, as much as you can, going back to balance, calming everything around you for a while and finding center and peace. Perhaps you can achieve that with meditation or through a decision or through training little by little until you find the center within, by knowing that you'll always be taken care of and you'll always be okay. No matter how difficult a situation gets, you will be okay. Because when we came to this life, we agreed exactly on what we were going to go through, knowing that it's going to help us to grow, but we can handle it. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. Also, by knowing how to handle situations better, we always tend to handle it better than any other time when we didn't know, and thus the spiral. You can go through that same experience that you're meant to go through, or maybe bypass it through the spiral, through knowing how to handle and deal with things better. Okay, so this is exactly what we're seeing from your higher self, how to handle the situation where you never know, maybe you won't even feel anything, whether you win or you lose in this situation, where it feels like nothing. And in fact, you start growing to the other side, where your life starts improving exponentially, and you start getting the awesome side of life, where the wheels of fate turn to your favor. It's like, it seems to me you've hit rock bottom, and there's only up to go. Okay, so let's see your guidance. The Fool card. So the first thing that your higher self is confirming is what we said about that. 10 of Swords is an end of a painful cycle, and look, that couldn't be a coincidence. You're now starting anew. The wheel of fate is in fact starting to turn to your favor. Okay, so the guidance. The Star. The Ace of Cups. The 10 of Cups. Love this. Page of Pentacles. And you have two more. The Magician. As well as the Eight of Cups. I paused because I noticed the line was looking in awe at this Magician. On the Infinity. Oh, is this line wounded? Yeah, again, you can see someone collaborating and even being there. Not fearing power, not feeling things being out of control. But that's the message of the Strength card, you know? It's not fearing something, but collaborating with it, understanding it, and learning to deal with it. So and they're lining under the Ace of Cups. Again, an emphasis that there is a new beginning. So your ritual, or the things you're guided to do, are the Ten of Cups are the things that make you happy. The people are the things that make you happy. So one of the good luck charms you can use at this moment of your life to cleanse that energy is to, as much as you can, spend more time with the positive things in your life. If you have a person that you feel better with, feel gratitude and blessings and do a bit more of that. If you are lucky to have beautiful nature around you, make use of that. Try to find some time in your day here and there to go out and enjoy that. If you are blessed with what makes you, if you're blessed with good looks, then take care of yourself and let that. If you enjoy that, then whether good looks or not, if you enjoy taking care of yourself and your looks, then do that. In all cases, your higher self is highlighting the fact that you're very blessed in an area with the Ten of Cups, and they're guiding you to use that as a way to help you cleanse energy and make you feel better. And that will be a strong energy to use to find or to help you in your process of finding your emotional balance and tranquility, peace, and cleanse. You can see here with the Page of Pentacles, they're proudly opening the curtains and coming out of the door and stepping into the ice. Beautifully dressed, but dressed for the occasion, the winter occasion, really well, a season very well, which reminds me of the Scandinavian advice of there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. So this definitely tells me with this Page of Pentacles is to start just like the Strength card here, and how they were able to collaborate with the very thing that got them afraid. And so here, this is saying, understand what your situation is about. Have gratitude over the things that you love in that situation, and start being more equipped to deal with this situation. So with Storm, is to stop complaining about how harsh the weather or the season is in your life, which is, by the way, absolutely understandable. No one can take that, but your higher self wants to start guiding you to shifting your eyes, especially with the goggles here, shifting your eyes towards being now prepared, better prepared to deal with it. I really see that these two aspects on one side, we'll take a look at this side, on one side are really going to help you fully cleanse the energy in your life and start moving past this. The other side, the star, reminds me of astrology. It reminds me of, what is it? I can't remember the word, but connecting to the heavens. Just like tarot cards, astrology. We did see the tarot cards somewhere. There we go. Tarot cards, astrology. It doesn't have to be like tarot cards, astrology, although if this is something that you prefer, but to allow communication from the other world, because this communication is so important to help you get back up, feel revived, and understand how to start a new journey, to connect more with your spiritual side at the moment, connecting with your guides, allowing astrology to give you the weather of what's to come, to let you see for your own that things are about to improve for yourself. Yeah, it's really a great time of magic, although it feels very difficult, but it is the opposite of that energy is experiencing a lot of magic. You know, it's like opposite of Aquarius, Leo, opposite of Pisces, Virgo. It's like one side of the spectrum allows you to experience a lot of the other side of the spectrum. So although on the earthly realm things could be difficult, spiritually things could be very high for you at the moment. So start seeing the signs. You see the infinity, the synchronicities. Start looking for the synchronicities that the universe is sending to you. It is a message communicating to you. We're there and we're not going to leave you. It's going to be great. It's now your time to rise. It's the time where you're healing. It's going to start going back up. And that communication is essential because it is there, sent to you to show you how things are about to change. And you can see the cup going round and round and round and round in this 10 of cups. Again, showing the idea, sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down. But if you take care of yourself emotionally, you can be happy throughout. And so as a summary here, I'm seeing that this is a time of, most importantly, by the way, I just noticed this before we move on, because you got the Fool, you got the 10 of Swords, you get the Ace of Cups. I keep getting the idea that there's an emphasis on a new beginning. The first thing that your higher self wants you to see, to start helping you with emotional balance, is to realize that the synchronicities you're seeing in your life is telling you that you're gonna move out of this. These synchronicities are things that your higher self wants you to observe. Maybe it's things that humans have forgotten over time, but it's one of the ways that the universe keeps getting our attention, even if we forgot many things. And so hold on to these synchronicities that you're seeing. They are communicating to you every single time that you're taken care of, that you're not alone in this journey. You're there to fulfill a spiritual journey, but it's kind of like a wink. We got you. Don't worry. You can do this, you know? And know that the synchronicities at the moment are showing you that the energy is changing around you, and it will almost feel like magic, how things disappear in a blink of an eye. And so will you be out of the situation just like magic in a blink of an eye. And so the advice that I'm clearly seeing here of the unconventional way to end this challenge in your life is going through more towards the spiritual route. And this doesn't mean that it's like woo-woo talk. Yes, of course, you've got to do what's necessary, but since it feels so in control, it's still in your hands. It might feel out of control in the physical realm, but not in the spiritual realm, right opposite to it. Maybe that's the time where it's highly in your control. Only if you learn to balance your emotions, where it swings. And so the spiritual things you're being guided to do is meditate and balance your emotions. Use charms and crystals and things that you feel provide you energetically with what you need to feel grounded. The crystals you bond with, you're drawn to. The quotes, by the way, images that you can draw on the wall, like on a paper on the wall. Whatever it is that speaks to you, to do that. To write down a manifesting journal for 5 minutes a day. Whatever it is that you feel draws good luck to you, because good luck is a good thing, is something that does exist. It's energy. And so use that to your advantage. You know, speaking of talismans, you can search for talismans, read about them, things that you can draw to bring good luck from ancient scripts, or things that you can actually read about either through books or through like even sources online that you can look for, and find a talisman that you read well about to draw to bring good luck to you, and things like that. Again, you will be guided. And the final message is to look at the things that are more, to spend time doing more of the things at this part of your life that you feel make you happy, that are a blessing to you, and to be better prepared for the weather outside. Also, always look up to the heavens, because you should know that now they are sending you messages. You're being sent, messages to know that you're about to come out of this. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Charge sacred objects of power. Know that this will be giving you power. Only the realization that you will be out of this in a blink of an eye is enough to change. It is enough to, as a belief of one of the things, as your higher self is showing, to start changing that energy for you, because looking at the stars, this is the truth for you. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly and fully, honestly, what I see in your reading of what your higher self's advice is on how to deal with the challenge in your life. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And also, there are now memberships when you click on the join button below this video. I also left a link first thing in the description box to make it easier for you to find. You become a part of the Soul Family memberships, and it's really a great way to support me if you decide to do so. And thank you so much for those of you who decided to do that. You have no idea how it genuinely supports me to be able to do that every day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And when you become part of the membership, you get a badge with a white feather whenever you comment down in the comment section, and even during the live streams. There are also stickers coming up, so I hope you enjoy using them. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in, sending you so much love from the heart. You're going to make it out of this. That's the promise that you have here. These are the messages that are trying to reach you, to tell you. And my dear pile number 1, again, sending you so much love, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Carnelian. Your card is Temple of Carnelian, and entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet, the goddess of war. And if you have picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, then the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, and Libra. Please note that these are not the official signs of the reading. This is simply another way for others to pick their pile. And so if these are not your zodiac signs and you picked your pile using your intuition, please do not worry about it at all. Okay, so let's check out your cards. Today we're taking a look at your higher self's advice on how to end a challenge in your life. So you have message. A message in a bottle. Okay. You know, it's crazy. I suddenly felt like you have a message from the goddess Sekhmet, or like a message from that energy realm, you know, the realm of fire, the realm of wands. Mars, exactly. Sorry, guys. That's exactly what I mean. So you have the drive for, the confronting of, action, that type of energy, okay? On the other side, it says energize, confront, force yourself to. Okay. You have the 8th house. So as a life or death issue, getting and using power, you keep getting power. Use other people's resources. You have a personal power, the mysteries of life, a major change. Okay, and Finally, from this deck, you have Scorpio. Very powerful signs and planets and deities. So you've got the extraordinary power of prayer, the highest and lowest aspects of, and you also have control the situation. And on the other side, it says purification to resurrect, the secrets of, and resulting from the power of. Finally, Sun, Moon, Rising. And you've got the Scholar, investigation and research. Okay, very interesting. Let's see what your tarot cards have to say so that we can understand the situation fully and also fully grasp the message from your higher self. I love that the first thing you got is the Ten of Cups. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands. Whoa, again, power. This is like Sekhmet energy for sure. For some of you, I really feel like you're actually getting a direct message from the goddess Sekhmet. So you've got the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups. You have the Four of Wands, Page of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, beginning your reading with the Ten of Cups and ending your reading with the Ten of Pentacles, this is so good. I'm getting the idea of it's all good all round, but in the middle, there are issues to be dealt with so that you can enjoy that good thing in your life. Yeah, it's like on the outside, it is actually really good, but there could be an issue within the situation that is really challenging. And your higher self is guiding you to how to heal that issue, to enjoy all the blessings surrounding it. Now, it's no secret here that your higher self is inviting you to use your internal power, your confidence, and your boldness, specifically with Sekhmet and Carnelian, Mars, to tackle this situation head on. It's not about, overthinking it. It's not about swinging, back and forth between whether you should do something or not. You're being invited to handle the situation in such a bold way and be strict. Set proper boundaries. Say, I will not allow this to happen in my life. Don't feel guilty for doing something that is your right. Set the proper boundaries to say no if you need to say no, to take something or someone out of your life if that is necessary. I see your higher self giving you a strong message from the force, from the element of fire, and that is being bold when it's necessary. Do not overthink it. Do not go back and forth, perhaps, which is what I get from the swing. It's like the swing could be you going back and forth overthinking it, or it could be you going back and forth communicating with someone. It's like, don't do that. Put a strict boundary and say no, or tackle the situation with Mars energy, not being afraid to not being afraid of the consequence, because now it's the time for you to protect yourself and set strong boundaries. And I get a feeling with all the papers here and the three people standing, talking and being a bit sassy here. They're cute. But in the context of your reading, I kind of feel like perhaps you are afraid of what people will say with the Three of Cups. They're holding their cups or their tea. There's talk. And they're like, oh, did you see what happened? Oh, please do tell. No, that kind of energy is what I'm intuitively picking up here. So perhaps you're a bit doubtful of how you should stand up for yourself, given maybe your worries about the talk. And you see the elephant here is focused on the baby elephant. And I feel with the Six of Cups especially, it's to focus on your inner self. Like your inner child is more important. To nurture your inner child and to make your inner child happy, to take care of you, is more important than the chitter chatter. In fact, I feel like give them your back. And this is a what is it called? A hummingbird. A hummingbird always knows where its nectar is. It always knows where to go every single day. And so your higher self is saying, focus on your goal. You know where you're going. You know what your goal is. Obviously with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Focus on the good, also the most important thing in the situation, which is taking care of your inner child, taking care of you, the happiness, what you want to achieve, and focus on your goal and put behind you, you know, the chitter chatter, the talk, the silly talk, and always keep your eyes on the goal, which is taking care of yourself. Taking care of your inner child, not to traumatize, not to like traumatize yourself unnecessary because of like bad behaviors that others do, things that they need to heal from themselves. Don't let stop the bad programming by making it stop with you. Don't let them pass on that trauma to you and to someone else. And to do that is to give your back to that, not be affected by it, to take care of you. And that's the most important thing. And I'm not surprised that's your message from your higher self. Really, you will end this challenge by making sure that you take care of yourself first. Being bold. Be confrontational with what is important, but the chitter chatter, leave it behind your back. I feel with the power of prayer in the Scorpio, where did we see it? The extraordinary power of prayer. Just got like an intuitive understanding here that you are blessed in this situation. You're going to be very blessed. In fact, it's beginning off as blessed and it's ending with blessing, and it's all round a blissful situation. You can see that in all of the corners there are positive cards, very positive cards, and it's going to end in harmony with the Two of Cups at the end. And there was a major step up to begin this situation, but life isn't a straight line up, you know, it's ebbs and flows. Accept it as part of this process, this challenge that you have now. And so with extraordinary power of prayer, this says, remember, your higher self is saying, remember that the power of intention and prayer works. The law of attraction works. You attracting even better things in your life. And so don't be threatened. If you are afraid that talk is going to like ruin something for you, remember, the power is not in their hands. You always own the power. Your higher self is saying, use that energy of fire to your favor, that energy of creation to your favor. You hold the wands, you can always create something better for yourself. Although this is a blessed situation, there's always better and better and better. And if things don't work out, you will always find something better. So do not be threatened. Give them your back. And understand, have peace within, knowing that you will always find your way. Give your back to the chitter chatter. And in fact, what your higher self wants you to know is that within this situation, it will be okay. It's going to work in harmony. It's going to work out. And that's the ebbs and flows of life. And in that situation with the scholar, you are learning something important. And so this situation is not meant to end something, ruin your reputation, or put you in a bad position, or make you lose something that you really love. This is simply meant to teach you something. And since we talked about teach you something, let's explore what this is from your higher self. What is it teaching you? This would make it easier for you to grasp the lesson, right? 8th house as a life or death issue, getting and using power. Oh, yes. This is teaching you how to stand in your power, how to use your power in the balanced way, use other people's resources. I was confused about that line from the very beginning. I'm not sure what this means. Let me check. Okay, so that's what I found in the 8th house. What the guidebook explains in that part, I presume. It says, first house, the 8th house is also associated with resources and values that are under control of you and others. This might be interesting because it might be speaking directly to you. So it says, since no two people feel exactly the same way about virtually any subject, it becomes easy to understand why the 8th house has come to be associated with the concept of power. When two or more people pool their resources, it's usually because they can achieve more with what they have together. But deciding exactly how to use resources that are held jointly immediately poses the question of who has the power to make the decision. Power struggles are not unknown to committees either, but the power gained by people pooling their resources is considerable and in the long run usually worth the adjustments or compromises necessary. Very interesting. Perhaps that's why I have the scholar. Maybe you're in a tricky situation with others, and maybe it's about setting proper boundaries now, like contracts. For example, saying, right, so if there is a disagreement, then this is what you get, and this is what I get to part ways. This is what we do when there's a disagreement about this, and this is, just to make things clear. Not to keep things vague, but you want to be clear here. The research, investigation. Yeah, you want to make things very clear so that everyone gets their right, but at the same time, you get, because 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, it could be a community thing. That's why I have the 3 of Cups. And so things need to be clear in the beginning. Oh, wow, you're getting a lot of cards. Let's see what this part is. How to set boundaries. What is your guidance on what to do exactly? Perhaps there's a power struggle going on here. And how to set your boundaries properly. Okay, so you've got the King of Cups. The Judgment card. Lovingly announcing what you are accepting and what you're not accepting, and seeing what others need as well. Graceful communication. If you are in a position of power, which I'm starting to feel, is to gracefully announce what you can and what you can't do, while being, of course, with the King of Cups, empathetic with the rights of others. The World card. Here your higher self is saying you will find peace. Do you see the gesture? And this will end. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like others are putting a lot of pressure on you. You could be the middle person. If this is a job, then you have someone on top putting pressure on you, and you're not putting pressure on the people that you are you are leading. And so you're unfair to yourself. So this is saying, speak what you can and cannot do gracefully. so that everyone is happy, or at least things are clear for everyone. Two of Swords. I see your higher self saying that others first can't see your situation clearly. Number two, no one knows what to expect next, which could be causing issues. Five of Pentacles, fear of luck. Ace of Wands. Wow, and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm so curious about these last two cards, to be honest. Knight of Swords and the Hierophant. Okay. So yeah, ending things peacefully is to speak boldly but gracefully. To throw chakra, to say everything that you need to say gracefully about what you can and cannot do. This will create better collaboration between you and others, and will end the rumors and the talk. Because when things are vague, it gives, and there's lack of information, lack of not knowing, it gives that space of talk. So just make things clear once and for all, gracefully. Perhaps talk about with the boundaries what you can and cannot do. Like, again, the Hierophant, educate people, move forward, clear. Like Knight of Swords, says the right thing, does the right thing, doesn't care about anything else. It's just moving towards that right thing. So do the right thing and continue to move others while educating others. And the Hierophant here is kind of nice, entertaining, you know, it's a dancer here. So it's like do it in a kind way that would appease to others, but at the same time your communication should be sharp and clear of what you can and cannot do. Remove that element of vagueness, not knowing. Communicate it, take charge of the situation. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, you shall be able to live in that enjoyable world with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Enjoy your position, enjoy whatever you love about the situation, enjoy your leadership, enjoy whatever this is, because you would have set these proper boundaries for yourself. And so this is what it means of use other people's resources. It's to make sure that everyone understands what's to be expected. Be fair, be like kind. It's, you know, King of Swords is like does the right thing, doesn't regard any emotions with it. King of Cups here, it's more like be the leader, but have a heart. See, like be kind, see their others' point of view and everything, but at the same time, be firm with your communication. Say it gracefully, while considering everything before you make any decisions. And then once you make that decision, having your heart set for you and others, now communicate firmly, but communicate gracefully. Be a good example on how to handle a situation like that gracefully. But the keyword confront is all over your reading. It's have that leadership of the wands, have that power, start grasping the situation into your own hands and setting the needed boundaries. Think about and study your message really well, so that you are fair to yourself and others, and then give out this message. So this is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 2, on your higher self's advice on how to end this challenge in your life. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And also there are now memberships when you click on the join button below this video. I also left a link to it first thing in the description box to make it easier for you to find. You become a part of the Soul Family memberships, and it's honestly a great way to support me. If you love what I do and feel like you can support me, then I would appreciate it very much. do note that it does make a big difference, and I want to thank each and everyone who has decided to support me. I love you guys very much, and thank you for everyone who chooses to do anything kind. They do not go unmissed. Everything from the heart means the world to me. Thank you guys so much, sending you so much love, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Mahogany Obsidian. Your card is Truth Unveiled, the Revelation of Isis. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading, guys. Be careful. These are not the official signs of the pile, because others have picked their pile using their intuition as well. So if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, this for you will be the signs for the pile. Okay, so let's pull out your last oracle deck for this reading and take a look at your higher self's advice on how to end a challenge in your life. To be honest, I really felt this one, so I'm going to take it. And let's reveal the message. The perfect sandwich. Interesting. It almost feels like past and modern life, you know, Isis, Set. And then the hamburger. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, okay. The captain, taking command, teamwork. All right. Right, so you've got the 7th house, diplomatically, relationships, get a fair deal. So that's the 7th house, sun, moon, rising. On the other side, it says balance, cooperation, your partner or partners. Okay, cooperation and teamwork. You have the 8th house. So the 8th house, that card popped up in pile number 2. If you're drawn to pile number 2, in that case, I highly recommend it. It says, as a life or death issue, getting and using power, use other people's resources. There was something about power in pile number 2 as well. So that's very interesting. But, oh, look at that connection. Both here are shaking hands. There's a deal or something. Okay, or collaboration, cooperation. And you've got the 8th house. Okay, let's now pull out your tarot deck and ask, what is your higher self's advice on how to end a challenge in your life? I also feel this one. Fine. Okay, and finally I'm noticing this one as well. Okay. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Temperance card. Is that okay? I don't know if YouTube will allow that, so let's just keep that here. You've got the 8 of Swords, the Death card. You have the High Priestess, the 10 of Cups, the Star, the Hermit, the 9 of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Swords, and finally the Knight of Wands. And finally, for now, we've still got a lot of cards. So I feel with the Eight of Swords here, in the background of the Eight of Wands, a message of if you move quickly, you get stuck. And this whole challenge is going to end. So Temperance, be mindful of each step that you take. Take it carefully and move with care. Be balanced and don't get triggered. And if we take a look at what happened, life or death, and you can see the Chariot being hit here, and that's the Hermit, so you're on your own. I have this strong feeling that someone in your team or someone in your community with the 7th house, or a close person to you, actually, who you had a strong and beautiful connection with the 10 of Cups, is like happy family. The 10 of Cups, it could be, 10s are the pinnacle of an energy, like your relationship was so good, but pinnacle means it went south. Why am I saying that? Because here you've got Isis and here you've got Set, who's her brother, and he betrayed her. He killed her husband, Osiris, out of jealousy, or at least that's the general narrative. The general narrative. There are different opinions about this. Some opinions discuss whether he was actually in the right or not because of what was perceived of Osiris doing first, but we're not going to get into these narratives. We'll just stick to the main one to understand your message. And it seems like, or you had someone who's a close family, specifically, because that's brother and that's happy family, but not necessarily someone who is very close to you with the 7th house, like an intimate person who has betrayed you. The revelation of Isis, when this was revealed to you, it felt very powerful. Life or death, it hit you hard. And Hermit means you are on your own. Look at the 9 of Cups, indulging and being drunk. It's like something that used to make you so happy, emotionally fulfilled with the 9 of Cups, is now the very thing that feels like it's intoxicating you. And so your higher self is saying with the situation, pause. You've got the Temperance here, and you've got the Temperance angel here in the Hanged Man saying, pause. Don't respond right away. You know what? When I was talking about maybe there are other narratives with Set, there are other stories, maybe this is part of the message where your higher self is saying, investigate the truth first before you act, because that's the action card with the Knight of Wands. Investigate truth respectfully and honorably and honestly first before you take action. Because even if what turned out to be right, what you thought turned out to be right, there are other layers that you need to understand to take the best course of action in this situation, so that you don't do an equally extreme action, perhaps. That's just a guess. Or maybe do something that you regret later, or to at least understand where the wrong part is. Because when they say sandwich technique, they say first, say something kind. When you're delivering a message, say something kind, say what you need to say, but make sure you end it with something kind, thus giving a graceful message. It's the sandwich technique for feedback, right? So this could mean two things. It's like, it could be bad, but you want to recognize the good also in the situation. Balance it with that, to at least when it comes to being informed. And it could also mean how you're going to communicate it gracefully. I don't know yet, to be honest. But most importantly, your higher self is saying, don't act right away when you're being triggered and emotional. that could maybe end important things in your life. Things that could be positive, because you've got the Sun card and the High Priestess later on. Maybe it will ruin any chance of hope and growth, especially with the Star card. You know, this person could have an opportunity, whether you speak to them later or not, to heal and to grow. You don't maybe want to kill that, or maybe there's healing in the future, and there could be a good opportunity to communicate once again, or to do something together. Maybe this isn't like maybe intimate as in business. Maybe there's another opportunity to do things in the right way in the future, because positivity here. Maybe it's not so good now, but maybe in the future with the High Priestess, there's so much you don't know, obviously, with the High Priestess, that you're being guided to check first, because that's the right way to handle any situation. Even when you are on the right, investigate fully first. Because you know what went down with Isis and Set. Oh my God, that was like a war going down to the next generation, when Horus was born and he kept on the war with Set. So it's like maybe it's positive to investigate things well, and from that place to take the right course of action. Perhaps for some of you is to avoid like long war. You know, don't, even when you're right, they say it's not what you do, it's how you say it. And for this reason, I feel like this is what the perfect sandwich is how you end things, I believe, in this situation. Your higher self can definitely see how this has had a great effect on you. You know, it went from really good to really intoxicated. Someone has overindulged when they shouldn't, perhaps. Someone moved in the right direction when they in another direction, something like that. And it turned beautiful situation into a bitter one. And that's why it's the pinnacle. It's like things really went down. Let's get more information about what your higher self wants to say. So you've got the Three of Pentacles. This is the background of the Three of Cups. Okay. The Chariot with the Justice figure. The scales. Do you know that there are scales in the Ten of Pentacles? If you pick up your Rider-Waite, you'll find the scales in the background of the Ten of Pentacles, which I've noticed, but I thought now that the Justice card is here, some justice is going to happen in this situation. I feel with the Chariot, with the Justice riding the Chariot, I get this strong sense that karma is coming for them. These are the figures in the Wheel of Fortune and the World card. So things are going to end for them. This unfair person, whatever they've done. And karma is coming for them. That this literally shows me here and there that karma is coming for them. That things are greatly shifting. The Tens, the Wheel of Fortune, things are greatly shifting for this person. Karma is coming for them. So Ace of Wands. I'm sorry about this situation, my dear pile number 3. So sorry. You're really disappointed here. You felt like this is the Three of Pentacles. You thought that there was someone was going to be there for you, and they greatly hurt you with the Three of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. It's the background of the Eight of Cups walking away. Oh, okay. You have the Two of Swords. And look at all that hurt, the blood. Someone was caught red-handed here. You caught someone red-handed about something you weren't seeing or imagining. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Pile number 3, I'm so sorry. Two of Pentacles. And this is the Five of Cups in the background of the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so your guidance, your message from your higher self. You've got a lot of handshakes, intimacy, and teamwork. I get this strong sense that although it's very disappointing and painful to lose someone like that, that's a great loss. Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, it genuinely feels like a huge loss. It feels like a huge loss. And no one can take that from you. But your higher self is encouraging you with the Three of Pentacles in the background of the Three of Cups to share new memories, to share new life with other people. That this is not the only person who you can enjoy your connection with in the world. In fact, they're caught red-handed here. They didn't do something right, and they don't deserve this beautiful, intimate connection with them. And to at least know that there's always a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And one thing ends, another begins. To know that it's in your hands to create a new community. Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, this is definitely community. It's such a great loss. But there will also be great people that you are going to meet. It's not the end. It's just the beginning. And with the cycle, something ends, something else begins. It's not choosing one thing over the other. It's like, should I be with this bad person who's done these things to me, or be alone, or just stick, or be alone, or be with this person? This is not a choice here. You're not stuck. It's to let go of this. Although it will feel really bitter, it's neither staying nor leaving in an aggressive way. Diplomacy with the 7th house is necessary. See, you're walking out. How you walk out with your higher self has been the guiding message throughout in this reading. It's to walk away from this person, investigate first, so that you know how it is the right way to walk out. To not accuse this person of other things that they haven't done, to not attack them personally over something else, and so on. But to move gracefully out of this connection. Masterfully with the 8 of Pentacles. You know, like, be intelligent in how you are going to walk away. I'm not sure why, but walking gracefully is always the right thing to do. I'm saying I'm not sure why there's a high emphasis. Maybe because you feel hurt. Or maybe it's so necessary because this is like business at the end of the day. Or maybe it is necessary, either that, or it's necessary because you feel so emotional at the moment. So just wanting to make sure I deliver this in the right way. It is always necessary to leave gracefully. I was just wondering why there is an emphasis here. So leave masterfully is why I asked the question. Leave masterfully. It's like with the handshake. Hey, we didn't agree. All the best of luck. Goodbye. And do note that you will have an awesome community and ones that you will share so many things with, memories, awesome opportunities that you give to each other. I feel like this is a community that is there for each other through and through. And walk while knowing that karma has started with this Chariot card. It's not like they're being left unnoticed by the universe for whatever terrible thing they have done here. Now I understand why. Masterfully. Karma's there. It has already begun. Maybe you want to be careful because this is a person who has power with the 8th house and could use it in a wrong way, which is the shadow aspect of Scorpio when in balance, the 8th house. So maybe they have power and they could use it the wrong way. Perhaps why the emphasis on the masterful leaving. To leave it on a positive note in terms of leaving, so that the future that lies ahead isn't in danger. Maybe this person has like some dark shadow or something. Perhaps, actually. And my dear pile number 3, I'm so sorry about this situation. The universe truly has got you. Awesome things are about to happen for you. Leave this chapter behind. Close that chapter. The universe showed you what you weren't seeing for a reason. Investigate things to take the right action. Leave gracefully. And know that a new chapter is beginning for you with much better people that you will love your intimate connections with. My dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Sending you a big hug from my heart. Very sorry about that, but do note that things are changing for everyone starting now. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, there are now memberships when you click on the join button below this video. I also left a link first thing in the description box to make it easy for you to find. You become part of the Soul Family memberships, and it's honestly a great way to support me if you decide to do so. And for those of you who have decided, thank you so much. You have no idea what a huge difference this makes in being able to support me to do what I do every day. And for this reason, I humbly thank you so much. With this membership, you get a badge with a white feather whenever you comment in the comment section or in live streams. There are also fun stickers coming up. In all cases, thank you so much for any way you support me. Sending me kind energy from your heart to mine will always be appreciated and loved and honored. Thank you so much for all the kind things that you do. It means the world to me. Sending you guys so much love, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.